Breaking news. Milgram Trial 3 has begun, and it happens to be our second prisoner, Kashigi Yuno's turn. What traumatic experience lies ahead? We'll have our beloved judge figure that out.
こんにちは、私はジェノちゃんです。よろしくお願いします。And we are back in session. Today is our beloved pink girl, Kashigi Yuno's third trial. So, it's time to gather our community, come back and witness the horrors once again. Now, if you don't know me, I previously reacted to all of the Milgram trials, and there is a playlist on my channel, so if you're new here, you can check it out. I also am currently reacting to Kakero Project, and I have also reacted to things like Royal Scandal and as of late Alien Stage, and when Karma comes out for Alien Stage, I will be reacting to that as well. Now, if you'd like to join our conversation, please feel free in the comments down below. And I also, I don't know, YouTube says I have, like, the channel has like some community thing now. So not like the regular post, it's like where like the subscribers, like you guys could like post there. So I might make a welcome post like after this video comes out. I don't know how that works. I just got an email and I decided to turn it on, so I don't know how that goes. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Let's clap, guys. Actually, we probably shouldn't be clapping. I don't know what to expect. Okay, so it is so insanely hot in my room right now. It's dead of summer. So thank you to Mahiru fan for telling me where and who translated the voice drama. Actually, okay, so the translation was apparently like in a Google Doc on Twitter by this user, Mao. But I also found that someone on YouTube was quick enough to put it onto a video on YouTube. So Greninja In is has the translation in a video on YouTube by the same user. So I feel like that kills two birds with one stone, because I would have to have like the translation up on one side and then the audio up. So I feel like this is better. 17 minutes. Okay. I mean, we don't really need to see us, right? Not that well. Yuno is depressed. Unfortunately, yeah. Yuno has now, unfortunately, kind of become the #1 prisoner. I wonder, do you guys think S had to see like the footage of Haruka and Mu, right? They had to. Like, or I wonder if it's just something that Jackalope saw and not like showing it to S like after. But I feel like S would have seen it. But somehow he wasn't something I could touch because he's beautiful and I'm dirty. Oh, and S is kind of blaming themselves there because even though I have known that it would be as Mu said, even though I knew it would come to this. I wonder how Mu is feeling right now.
しは感謝が楽になる。そうだ。
We're in emotional turmoil right
いじ
now.
めるのやめなきゃね。これが最後なんだし。
But I wonder what happens like after the third trial verdict though. What's going to like seriously what's gonna happen? Like if they do get innocent, will they really be able to like just go back to the normal world? Like not normal world, I'm saying this like is there an alternate, well they might be in an alternate plane right now, but like I wonder if like they'll just be able to just like just completely like walk free, like although they'll have all those traumatic, you know, things in their head, like can you at least like I don't know, show them some courtesy and like wipe their memories or something?
いつも痛いところを疲れっぱなしだよ。自分で死を選ぶことはいいこともちろん思わない。
I don't think that choosing death is a good choice, but when he died I was a little envious
私は少し
because she kind of feels like
自分の命を守りす
because like I bet she kind of feels like guilty because Mahiru is the one that died instead of her. She feels like, yeah, it made me realize how much my life had been wasted because I didn't really have anything important to cherish. Yeah, until then. So she just kind of feels like, well, in comparison, her life wasn't worth as much as maybe someone like Mahiru's or someone like Haruka's. She feels like her self-worth and her self-value isn't as high compared to others, especially others that she was closer to.
最初の目には出会ったことがなくて、やっぱりはるかは綺麗だなと思って。綺麗。
Because he died trying to protect someone.
指導者
You know, Mahiru too.
ね。
They all, you
人
know,
殺しなのかもしれないけどさ、あの人たち
they may be murders, but they were incredibly beautiful.
わからないわ。
I don't really get it. Of
まだ
course.
そう思えない。悲しいの？こうして。
Yeah.
ああ、
At least you're honest, Ass. At least you're honest.
僕はあいつらが死んで悲しいんだ。
But is there a but? I wonder what I should have done.
わかんないよね。それ
I only get one chance at life
一度
anyway.
しかないよ、人生。悲しめばいいんじゃないかな。たくさん。
You at least have the right to be sad. I
私
mean,
たち
yeah.
と一緒にいてくれた感謝に悲しむ権利があるでしょ。ずいぶん優しいじゃないか。普通だ。
It's normal.
少し意外だな。
Well, because these experiences are changing her, they're changing the way that she is viewing life, like her life, other people's lives.
何がお前をそうした？僕に許され続け
It's just everything, like the weight of everything.
るよ。別にそんな
Mahiru's death, everyone else's death, and to be honest, it seems like it's not even just Mahiru's death. It's also Haruka and Shido's death. It's like everything, like making her really like think about like the weight of life and like how much it's like value, like how much like she should value it, especially like her own life as well.
感謝しがいのないやつだ。感謝しがいのある女になりたくないからね。違いない。でしょ？
Desho?
いいか。お前を変えたのは。
Listen, Mahiru, the one who changed you, you changed because you've been looking after Mahiru all this
そうか
time.
もしれない。変わったのかもしれない。
Could be just like couldn't catch up to the pace of things.
私さ、まひるさんが死ぬときそばにいたんだよ。そうか。ありがとう。いや、全然だ。指導さんが死んじゃったら何もできなくて。
After Shido died, I couldn't do
マッ
anything.
ト君を見てるしかなかった。
So it took like at least like a few days or some days.
まひるさん最後までおしゃべり
Up
大好
to
き。
the end, Mahiru really loved talking.
まひるさんってすっごい乙女でさ、恋愛の夢見ててさ、大好きな人も なって
Oh.
一緒に赤ちゃん育てるのが夢なんだって。そうか、真昼らしいな。
Man, rest in peace, Mahiru.
今時ないよね、あんな人。ほんと笑っちゃうよね。あんないい人の夢だった赤ちゃん。
Oh. So in a way, Yuno kind of feels like I don't know how to word it. Like she trampled on the dream that Mahiru wished she could have, the life that Mahiru wished she could have had gotten, but Mahiru obviously can't. Oh. Oh geez. Because it's like, obviously Mahiru's gone, so she can't ever have that life, and Yuno is coming to think like, wow, she I would have had these things that she wanted, that she can no longer have. Kind of like, wow.
私みたいな女のところに来たの。言うの面白いよね。私が
What I killed was something that Mahiru wished for the bottom of her. But also, it's like just because it was something that she wanted, like it's not that it wasn't something that she wanted. So even at that point, like even when you're thinking about it, it's like, okay, this is a dream that like someone close to me wanted, but it's not something that I wanted for myself, even though I feel like, oh, I'm someone who sort of like trampled on their dream. Like it's kind of tough because, I mean, that's not your dream. It was hers. That's not something that you really want or wanted.
心から欲しがってたのね。許されたからなって感じでしょ。
Made me feel like, so what's the point if I'm forgiven? But that was your choice. That's your life. Like, you can compare, but at the same time, if you don't share like the same values that the other person had, or the same dreams that the other person wanted, if you're trying to take on something just because like you want to like honor their memory or like something like that, it's not something that you genuinely want, then it's still kind of pointless, because at the end of the day, like that's not your feelings. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that makes sense or not.
僕が言われたセリフをそのまま返す。え、悲しめばいいんじゃないか。笑わなくてもいいんじゃないか。何言ってんの。笑わなくてもいい。冷えたふりをしなくていい。お前にだって悲しむ権利があるだろう。なぜだ。
I don't have that right.
ずっと話していたんだろう。人殺し
She
同
was
士
a
だ。
close friend, right?
友人だろ。友人？
Yeah, she was your friend. I mean, you might not think that because the view of yourself is kind of warped, but
お互いどこの誰かも知らないのに。
still, you were still friends.
僕はそう思う。
I mean, that doesn't change the fact of how close you guys were. Oh boy, she's stressed out.
抑える必要なんてない。
If you're sad about something, you just need to say that.
悲しいと言えばいい。悲しんでいいわけないじゃん。悲しんでいいわけないじゃん。
You can do it, you know. I believe you can.
私は赤ちゃんを殺したのに、殺した時何も思わなかったの。腹 かが死んだとか獅童さんが死んだとか真昼さんが死んだとかで悲しんでいいわけないじゃん。
Because those are different situations. Those are people that you knew because they were already alive. Those are people that already have like established lives and that are not a part of your body to be able to make the choice. Those are people that you grew close with. And like some people might say it's weird how like she's thinking about this now, but like she's going through a lot. Like obviously she's going to think about now, like and have these thoughts of like oh man, like did I mess up, like to blame here, like am I able to be like, oh, I'm sad that these people that I knew passed away, but I wasn't sad before when I made the choice to not keep like my own child. I feel like those are completely different like situations. Those are completely different things. You do. You are very valid no matter like how you feel about it.
私さ、全部わかんない。小さい時から相手が何しても喜ぶか大抵わかる。その声全部つまんないの。聞かせてくれ。
Yeah, let me hear that, you know.
自分の中にもう一つ命があるって知って。
I knew there was another life within me. I just thought it was disgusting. From here on, what kind of hard life would I live? I already knew.
この先どういう人生を送るか分かっちゃった。めんどくさくなっちゃった。だから殺した。そうだよ。考えてたらクラクラして。
Thinking about it made me dizzy, and you fell down the stairs. You fell down the stairs. The theories? I don't know. Or is this, it's either like the everyone's dead theory, or it's like she technically like aborted by accident because she fell. It's probably like the accident, probably.
落ちた。だからしばらくさ。
So for a while I thought that Milgram was afterlife, because my thing is like if she fell, like what happened afterward? Does she remember anything that happened afterward, or like how did Milgram pick these people up? How did Milgram get a hold of them? Especially if she said that she fell down the stairs. I don't. She doesn't seem to remember like what happened after that. If she thinks that if she just woke up in Milgram, like was she injured after she woke up in Milgram? No, I don't really think so. Like she was just like she was chilling. So my camera literally keeps freezing, so I'm trying to like keep an eye on that, but also like pay attention. Like it's a challenge. Anyway. So I died with the baby. That's wrong, isn't it? So because my thing, if it was an accident to begin with, she shouldn't even be in here. You know what? I have my other phone down here recording me. You know, just in case. I remembered my memories up until I got here. I fell from the stairs, lost the life inside of me, and got hospitalized. Okay, so she doesn't remember getting hospitalized. But a bit after getting hospitalized, I went back to school. Okay. My last memory was when I was discharged. I didn't think of anything of it, did I? Even after losing my baby anxiety. But that wasn't your fault. That's my preface. This wasn't your fault. If you got dizzy and fell down the stairs, there is no way that you should be in Milgram right now. That's absurd. Especially when it was an accident and it's not even your. It's not even at that point. That wasn't even a decision that you deliberately made because you didn't get to make the decision. You fell, and it happened. So tell me why you were here. Please tell me why Milgram decided like, oh, she needs to be in Milgram. She needs to be locked up. Like, okay. Because what? Because she had the thought. That's how it was, huh? Then you're innocent anyway. You were innocent from the get-go, but that just, like, what? And all I thought was just, hopefully the wounds will heal as if nothing ever happened, everything will return to every, like, what? Because she was dismissive about it? Because she didn't show, like, any remorse at the time? She didn't really, like, consider it, like, a life that she had, like, lost? I felt like it was weird to me who couldn't feel anything. I wonder why she's like that to begin with. Like, why is she so unfeeling to begin with? That doesn't mean you don't have the right to be sad when someone dies. So you feel guilty because you weren't only realizing the weight of people's lives now. Well, sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes some people, don't really care until someone close to them dies. You didn't really have an attachment to the child that you were carrying, obviously. But of course you're going to care when someone that you have an attachment to dies. That's how it is. I mean, I get for some people it probably could be different, but some people have like attachments like right away, but you didn't. So I can't really say like, oh, that was cruel because you didn't. I mean, if you didn't feel that attachment, then you didn't feel it. So I don't really know what to say about that. Like, you can be forgiven. That's just like, it's just like your feelings. Like, that all I could do for is only to stay awake by her side. That's all. I mean, you're not a doctor. It's probably because of that you hurt. You just didn't look at your own wound. Doing that would just make the pain worse. You're just a kid, right? Hey, that doesn't got anything to do with it right now. I am an adult in Puerto Rico and Haiti. I just don't. I have excuses, okay? I don't know it all, but compared to you, I'm just a kid. But I've seen inside the depths of your heart. I've always listened to your songs. You were always like straightforward about what you felt. But now you're trying not to be. Well, the whole time technically she was trying like almost not to be. But you were always the one that was the most straightforward. Yeah, the problem is you're not really a cold person. You care too much that you try to appear to be so cold and that you kind of distance yourself from everything. I think that's the problem. She tries to like avoid like how she really feels about things. If that makes sense. What am I gonna do? Girl, you're innocent. You don't deserve to be here. No matter from what angle that I look at this, you don't deserve to be here. If it's on the verge of falling apart, I mean, yeah. The reason you keep being in the alarm because I am forced to. In the meantime, meeting with the other prisoners, I'll think about it. Now, I don't know why I'm here either. Like that's something that you gotta think about too, because why are you here? Since the last time May I hear you out. What should I have done for you to be satisfied? Whether you're forgiven or unforgiven, you would remain unsatisfied. Right? I feel like that's the same for everyone, though. Almost. Well, maybe not everybody, but
私もそう思う。ミルグラム自体気に食わない。
human judgment is inherently imperfect. Yeah.
人が人を裁くなんて無理だって。よく覚えているよ。監視さんはなんとなく。
I roughly know how you may have judged other inmates, but when it comes to me, it's just a matter of like dislike. Different positions lead to different opinions. That's just how it
結局
is.
全部好き嫌いだよ。立場が違えば思うことって違うんだ。そうだな。どんな囚人
No matter which prisoner it was, there's no perfect answer. I really do get it. Being unable to give out a satisfactory answer to everyone. Yeah, there's no way that you can please everybody. Especially.
大体監視さんの言いたいことはわかる。
Maybe I wanted to be scalded, and what else? I guess I might have been lonely. For me, it feels wrong and right at the same time. Yeah, you're definitely lonely.
私から言わせれば全部そうで全部違う。どういうことだ。こうに違いないとかこう思わないのおかしいとか。
This is not offer. It'd be strange not to think like this.
私が何を感じたかなんて決めつけないで。
There isn't just one reason. There might be no reason at all. So please, all I ask of you is to not take me so lightly.
お願いだからさ。私のこと分かりやすくしないで。お前らしいよ。
It's very you to say that.
人間ってそういうもんなんだと思う。
Yeah.
そうか。
And
勉強
the
で
thing about Yuno, like, she is very human. She has, like, a lot of, like, teetering emotions. She's very, like, I don't know how to say it because I don't really want to say the word wishy-washy because that's not really, like, that's really not how I want to describe it, but she's just very human in the way that she feels and that she's trying to feel. Like on one hand she feels this way, on the other hand she feels that way, you know. So yeah.
なったよ。
The bell's ringing already, like you still have like a few minutes.
もう時間か。
It shouldn't be, like
そうか。お別れだね。
man, this is sad. Like this is scary sad. Like
ちょっとおいで。
hmm?
はい。ユノ。ハグ。
A hug.
2.5
You see I would charge around 2,500 yen, but I'll give it for free.
不潔だ。
Oh.
嘘嘘。
I just thought if it was Maki that she would have sent you off like this too. Oh. She asked me to.
監視さんのこ
Oh. S sounds like they're about to
とい
cry.
ろいろ込めた。はい。終わり。
Yuno was so good.
さあ
So try your best.
頑張って。
Gambatte, S.
監視さんにはいろいろ言ったし。ユノのミルグラムなんて比べ
No, I think Milgram's full BS. It is. Honestly, it is.
まだ言うか。
It is. Like, she's not
ここに
wrong.
来なかったら
If I hadn't come here, I might have never thought about self-reflection at all. Surely the things I did dissipated into everyday life. Surely I would have forgotten that there was once another life within me. So it was kind of like she specifically was like sitting here to like think, to like reflect on her own life, like to help her make like better choices. I mean, I can understand that. Not worth all the trauma, but I can understand like if that was the purpose of sending her here, then yeah, it helped her understand herself in a way that she probably couldn't have come to understand herself outside. even though she found people that, you know, she was close to and then she lost them, it still helped change her outlook on life and how she will live it in the future.
確かにきっと私のしたことを日常の中に消えている私の中にもう一人男と忘れてしまっていたユノ私のことを考えて
Thank you for thinking about me.
ありがとう
No, I mean the other one, even though they died, thank you for caring about us. Oh,
もう一人か死んじゃってたけど私たちを知ってくれてるありがとう
I was happy to get to know you. I won't forget you and the other.
お前を知ってよかった忘れないよお前ともう一人
それだけは
At least that was good.
ありがとう
So will they really like not meet again like after this
ま
interrogation?
た会えたらいいね
あこちらこそありがとう囚人番号2番
Oh, they're gonna say her name this time.
これはいらないな
This isn't needed anymore.
帽子捨て
You're
ちゃう
throwing away your hat?
ここから
From here on, I'm no longer the warden. Since it's the end, I think it'll be like, let's go, S. Oh. Isn't that great, S?
です
貸し切るのお前の罪を歌え
Yay! Actually, that was so satisfying. Let's not cap. That was satisfying. I don't know how the rest of the voice dramas are gonna go. Those will probably be a hot mess. But that's cinema. That's cinema. Amazing. 10 stars. 10 stars. Alright. I love that conclusion with Yuno and S. That is brilliant. Yeah, I'm oof. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I thought I was going into this thinking that I was gonna witness like the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life, but I'm actually satisfied because that was actually very heartfelt. Amazing. Cinema. Cool. Let's oh okay.
これでバイバイなんでしょう最後に
Oh, it's like the umbilical cord. So in the end, I'm gonna share everything. Yeah? Oh my gosh, this thing keeps falling. Anyway. You know what? Let's cheer. Not treating myself right well, it wasn't all bad. When my sense looping, they feel good, don't know what that's like. My heartbeat dropped it somewhere, so it's not like when she fell. Those days in a word is just me, no right or wrong to it. You only live here once, that's not full, kind of. I love this fast rap that's going. I love the rawness to it. That's like, okay, finally like revealing everything, finally like just letting it out, just being like truthful, all that. This here, whose kid is this? What is this punishment? And the way she looks like so horrified in the mirror. Oh, the sound of her crying. And the scale. Feelings like love, they always felt icky. I love the visuals and the lyrics in this video. The beat drop. They're trying to kill me. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's crazy. I wish I could have gone with you too. What am I supposed to do with that information? And we still get a 3 pages. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Alright, bet. Born 2004. Oh, that's my year. It's my year, you know. Okay. I gotta put on the reading voice, guys. You're gonna love this. Okay. Born in 2004 in Nakano, Tokyo. Yuno Kashiki grew up in an average household and what could be considered a model student during her school years. She is friendly, pleasant, well-behaved, and has a good reputation. She displays absolutely no sign of problematic behavior. Why does it sound like an investigation report? Like, what? Anyway, I'm sorry. Once entering high school, she started to engage heavily in what was then called sugar dating. She finds little value in the morality and ethics of sexuality and ultimately offers up her body in exchange for money. There was nothing in her upbringing, however, that could possibly be the catalyst for such behavior. Her objective was not money. The money she gained from the sugar daddies was what she would spend with her friends. She saved none of it. She does not think her situation as peculiar at all, but that'd just end up being that way. Yuno has been skilled at reading people from a young age. She knew instinctively what she should say and how she should act to make the adults around her happy. The reality of this society, made up of what people say and what they actually mean, bored and wearied her immensely, gradually robbing her body of its warmth. She told no one, and no one caught on, that she turned into ice. She keeps her activities secret, and as they are socially considered reprehensible. But through them she's offered kindness, money, and warmth. Yuno could not understand what was so very wrong. Above all else, relationships made of lies with people honest about their desires made everything a bit easier. One day, Yuno realizes that she is a host to a tiny new life. She had used protection and that she does not know who the father is. Inside her icy body, that new life burns her with its heat. What little warmth is left in her body, she feels being robbed away. She can sense her body growing even colder. It is not hard to imagine what her path will look like, that society will devour her whole and tear her apart. With her thoughts in disarray, Yuno loses consciousness and falls down a flight of stairs. The mother survives and the new life is lost. Save data from the point where the subject resumes normal life post regaining consciousness to Milgram. Okay. But even knowing that, she's still innocent for me. Like, so for real, so honest, like, even though she was scared and she was probably going to end up, like, eventually, like, maybe aborting it anyway, that still was not, like, her fault, since she didn't even go through with it, like, to begin with. Like, she might have been going to, but she fell down a flight of stairs. It's not like that was intentional to begin with, but I think this is mostly, like, to make her, like, rethink her self-worth, her value, her choices, so that she could in the future make better ones. And so that she can value life more, whether it's someone else's or her own. I really like the imagery here, and I really like the goodbye to S. I like the goodbye to Mahiru. It's so well thought out, the voice drama and the music video. And I love the art style for it. It feels much more raw, much more like I'm talking too much. It feels much more like personable, like much more like we're closer to her heart now, rather than the sparkly, like anime-ish, like obviously this is still very anime-ish, but I'm saying like the very like clean cut like art style that we have in all the other videos. And like the comparison, because she feels guilty about Mahiru, she feels guilty about like the child that died, and she's like, it can't be okay that I'm the one who survived, because she can't like forgive herself for like what happened like both times. The ending conclusion of her like slowly learning to like accept everything, even though it all turns out like a mess, but at the same time like and I like how it's kind of showing like her long hair self being like her past self kind of like dying at the end, and then leaving her like her short-haired self like just caressing her past self, like accepting everything. I feel like that's genius. I feel like my favorite part is definitely this one when she goes up to the roof. Think about those who should have lived instead of me. Yeah. And her just reflecting on like her past actions.
I also wonder if here she fell on purpose because she was trying to abort the child and end her own life at the same time. But so that part is a bit like confusing when I think about it again, because I wonder if it was like actually legitimately an accident or not, because of the whole Milgram voting thing. But I don't really know. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. I think the most devastating thing about Yuno is, despite it all, she repeatedly loses her choice in all of this. Even when using protection, she still gets pregnant. Even when she's experiencing warmth, she still feels like it's being robbed from her. Yeah. I think she was very depressed in like her normal life. That's probably why she didn't like appreciate her life that much, because I think I might have mentioned it before, like I kind of feel like she was depressed or something. And I think I might have mentioned that like before. I'm not sure what video I mentioned it in, but yeah, I feel like that's the most like logical reason of why she felt like so cold inside, because I feel like that would make the most sense to me. Like, even though she had like family and stuff like that, she didn't feel like she belonged anywhere.
Yuno, who hated love and romance, really liked Mahiru, who wanted to live for love and romance. Yeah, and essentially how this comment is saying, like people are wondering why she's here. Like, it's not just so about the abortion or her pregnancy. It's about like the how society like views like the things she was doing, or how society views like young girls in general, or like just a whole bunch of topics that go into like her story. Go into like her story that isn't just like, oh, is the one that got an abortion. Is why is she here? She's just, her story's boring. Her story will never be boring to me. I feel like she is so, I don't know, I love her character. She's so, I loved her story. I feel like her conclusion is great. I'm not sure if the rest of them will have as good of a conclusion as Yuno did. Especially when she was the only one who is as straightforward as she appeared in the beginning. Like, she was always genuine. She was always the one to just, say right up front, like, hey, this is what I did, like, you can take it or leave it, or whatever. But she was never like cold. Like, she was like, it's almost like she was trying to like cope or like protect herself or like something like that. It's not like she's just cold just to be cold. Like, either like she was like very depressed, and like so things like kept happening, and then she just kind of like lost control over her life at one point. It's so bittersweet, but it's so sad because she has great closure, but I hope that she can learn to live happier, because I would love that for But honestly, I have to read that tier list. I have I don't even know what to do a tier list on now. Can you guys give me like some idea of like what to do like the tier list on now? Like, what should I base the tier list off of? Like how their third trials go, like how satisfied I am with their conclusion, or should it be like something else, like what, like, I don't know. You guys give me some ideas. But I don't know. This kind of touched me, like, seriously. Definitely, when I finished the voice drama, I was definitely like already feeling like, yeah, this is nice. I'm liking how this is going. And then the style of the music video, the way that they have her do this, like, this rap with like how she always felt, how her life, went, and how they like finally reveal like, okay, what actually happened. Yeah, I really like it. I really do. And I love the fact that S at the end finally like said, wait, instead of prisoner number 2, you are Kashiki Yuno. I'm going to judge this as myself. I'm finally going to be myself now. I'm finally going to, like, I can't be a hypocrite and say that, you have to, just be yourself, and I shouldn't. So, a nice role model for us. But anyway, I don't even know how to end this video. I'm so like, I feel like I've been rattled. Future Jado here. This is just the next day, but I've read like some people's opinions on C3, and apparently the reaction on it is like very split, because a lot of people don't exactly like the plot twist about like the accidental like miscarriage thing, and or like the writing about Yuno's case. And while I do think that it's kind of like, head tilty for like for the reason that how Milgram works as a system, a lot of people had like a lot of negative thoughts because it seemed like very like the situation seemed very like inappropriate. but so some people didn't like it. I personally still like the conclusion, and the more I think about it, definitely is like, definitely had a lot of like suicidal ideation, and when I think about it, I'm wondering like if the point was actually like where that it might have been an accident, her falling at first, but because somebody mentioned that it might have been an accident that she fell at first, but like since she didn't really want to live anyway, she kind of just let herself fall, and she kind of just wanted to end her own life, so maybe that was the point.
And Yuno was terrified of even being a mother to begin with, and to be honest, I do not blame her. That's something that I would never want to do in my own life either. And I'm gonna take it a step further and say I would never even want to be intimate with anyone, or even possibly be in a relationship. I don't know, that's just how I feel, but I honestly completely do not blame her for feeling that fear, or especially since she was already depressed. That's a lot kicked onto each other, so I'm just saying, yeah, she's valid.
But the more that I see conversations, the more it's kind of just like, well, Milgram, it has its own set of laws, and Milgram was never meant to be fair to begin with not just but like everyone else. Milgram was like really just not fair from the get-go. I mean, when we have Jackalope as an administrator, Jackalope is not what you would call a good, I'm not even gonna say person. Jackalope is just not good. Jackalope is evil. I went into this not really thinking anything like negative from the get-go, so I wasn't really like in a negative headspace where I'm just like, oh, this seems kind of, but I just was mostly focused on like the reasoning behind like Yuno's actions, and like her just her finding her place in life and all of that. So I kind of took it as like it was like, of course she had no reason to be in Milgram, like when you look at it from like a sensible perspective, because no matter how you look at it, like she shouldn't be there. There's no reason in the world that she should be there. But looking at it from the perspective like maybe she's there to like I said before, to create a different outlook on her life, and to be able to see her life in a different light or whatever. There's a lot of valid reasons of like why somebody would be uncomfortable with the story or like the story. I like her closure, and I like her interaction with S. I like her closure with how her feelings with the things that happened with Mahiru and all that. I think it was fine. Of course, it's not perfect. Like, I'm pretty sure none of these cases are going to end perfect. I don't think there is a perfect ending for any of these people. Taking it as it is, I don't see it as particularly, negative. But people are of course valid to think, and to how they feel about, what happened or what went on. So yeah, that's basically like what I have to say. And another thing that I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I think I forgot to mention, but the thing is like at the end of the like report, when where a lot of people were mentioning that it kind of like sounded off, like from a biased point of perspective, like it was trying to like put blame on I'm just saying, if Jackalope writes these, then it's going to probably sound like that. I'm not sure if he does write them or not, but because my thing is like yeah, even though she was doing like the conversation dating and things like or stuff like that, what about the adult men that were involved as well? Like, are we not gonna, is society just not gonna like mention or say anything about them? Well, of course not, because that's how things work apparently. But And also like her birth year. People were mentioning like just like Haruka, like it seems like they are all definitely not. It seems like they're like taken from like so many different times, and I think like people were saying that like that's weird. Like where when and where and how are they getting everyone from Milgram? Like what's going on? But yeah, basically, I don't know if I forgot anything else to mention, but if I do, then I'll probably just have to mention it in the comments because, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me for Milgram T3, and next time we'll be doing Futa, the Pare March, and I'm not sure if that's gonna have such a great ending as this did. You want to know why? Because I think Yuno's the one that was the most sane and stable. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't really have hope that many of them are going to end like as wonderfully as this did. We can only hope. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about life, and what you expect from this moment going forward for the rest of the expectations of the third trial, and what you think is going to happen now. And give me your theories and discuss down below. Thank you for so much for watching. Arigatou gozaimasu, and I thank you all for joining me. Goodbye.
パティションはないない君だけが特別じゃないんだ反省とか私に求